Chapter 4, The Seven Potters. Harry went upstairs to watch the Dursleys drive off and felt a tinge of just reminiscence as he went through the empty house and he was looking through places that he had, stayed in. So, like his room, this would be the last time he's going to see his room. Then he went downstairs, look at the not cupboard, but the place under the stairs where he was first living when he first got to Dursleys, and the time where he spent most of his years as a child, and then the empty, kitchen, living room, all that. He was thinking like, it's the last time I'm gonna see this place, and then here's some noise outside, and it was a lot more people than he thought. It was like Ron, Hermione, Hagrid, Moody, Kingsley, Tonks, Lupin, all of them. And he's like, whoa, it's a lot of people. So then everyone came into the house and he just felt like, he felt really good at the moment. He's like, just felt happy seeing all of them and it's people that he cared about the most all in there. They were having a good time. Oh, and Fred and George and Bill and Fleur were also there as well. And then Moody's trying to get everyone in order, try to explain the plan to Harry. And obviously, the plan has changed since Voldemort and his group have infiltrated the ministry, and they're trying to have different plans going on just to keep them off the trail. So the plan was to have, or plan is, not was, the plan is to have people take Polyjuice Potion, and they needed Harry's hair. So they're gonna have everyone disguised as Harry, not everyone, but a certain like 6 people. So it'll be 7 Harrys, and going off in different directions. Each will have a partner that will try and keep them safe as they go in. And obviously, Harry, being Harry, he objected to the plan. He really did not want anyone to risk their life for him. But as they explained, they've already, they wouldn't be there if they're not going to risk their life for him. So it's going to be Hermione, Ron, Fred and George, Fleur, and Manungus. He's also there. He's the 6th one that will be transforming into Harry, and the others will be the ones protecting him. So Hagrid is going to go with the real Harry, and they're going to use Hagrid's bike, which was Sirius's bike, and then they're off. But also, Tonks did show, flash a wedding ring to Harry, and there was a little congratulations right there. And so they were off, and right immediately when they got in the sky, Harry did one last look back at the house on Privet Jive, and right when they got in the air, it was straight action. Like there was just spells going off. Death Eaters were all in the sky, just shooting out spells, trying to take out everybody. And Harry was like, "Oh," like it was just boom, 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 as they were going through. And then so Hagrid's flying like serpentine, trying to dodge spells. Harry's shooting out spells behind him. He's very uncomfortable in the little sidecar because all his stuff's in there, and he's got Hedwig in there as well. And then out of nowhere, they're swerving, and Hedwig catches a stray Avada Kedavra, and Hedwig is gone. Like Hedwig just slumps over. Oh, this was sad. And Harry's like, no. R.I.P. Hedwig. Uh, and then at this moment, Harry hasn't even had the time to really contemplate what has happened to Hedwig, as he's still trying to dodge and then shoot spells as well. Try to take Death Eaters out and get them off their trail. And so they're trying to run, trying to get to their destination. The bike is falling apart, and there's certain like buttons on the bike for different things. So one was a brick wall, which Hagrid it came out of the exhaust, and it got one of the Death Eaters. There was 4 in their tail, so it got one. And then another one was a net, and they dodged that. And then the last one was like a trail of fire, so that kind of sped them off and shot fire behind them. And so they're exhausted really all of those methods, and with the fire that kind of pushed the bike to its extremes, and Harry was trying to fix it with Reparo, and then his thing kind of just it snapped off. So his sidecar, he was just in the air And then kind of Hagrid had to come back to get him, and he levitated himself with Wingardium Leviosa, and was able to hit another one of Death Eaters with a paralyzing spell. And at that moment, he's noticed one of the Death Eaters got really close to him, and the wind knocked off his hood, and it was Stan, the Stan Turnpike, the bus driver, who was rumored to be a Death Eater, but they didn't believe it. But I guess this right here confirms that he's a Death Eater. And he said, "Oh, it's the real Harry Potter," because he's seen his face, because he said Stan. He recognized him and said his name. And it's like, that's the real Harry Potter. He yelled it, so I guess more Death Eaters came, and then Voldemort came in the mix as well. So then Harry ended up on the bike. He had blown up the sidecar, and Hedwig as well. He ended up on the back of Hagrid's bike, so they were speeding off, trying to get away. And Voldemort's coming through with this little black cloud coming in, and he's like, "No, he's mine." So everyone backed off. Like, they were alone for a little bit before Voldemort popped in there, and they were wondering where all the Death Eaters went. And then Voldemort popped in the mix, and is like, trying to kill him. And Hagrid, as there was a couple Death Eaters with Voldemort, so they were getting really close to getting Harry. Hagrid jumped off the bike onto one of the Death Eaters on his broom, and they sunk immediately out of the sky and went to the ground. And Harry's on the bike by himself, just shooting off spells behind, trying to hold off, trying to stay alive, basically. And the bike's also falling apart as it's getting hit by more spells. So he's plummeting, and then as Voldemort's getting closer and closer to him, I guess he lost one of his wands, and he was like asking for another Death Eater for another wand. And Voldemort's getting close, and then eventually Harry just crashes into the mud, and that's the end of the chapter. Crazy chapter.